Let's talk about Orange County, Real Housewives of Orange County. I don't know why I did that because there was nothing spooky about it other than Gina's hair extensions. Real Housewives of Orange County. So Braunwyn has confirmed that she is dating someone else. She told Us Weekly that yes, she's seeing somebody else. And from what I've heard, it is definitely a woman. It's not another man. I actually think Sean's kind of hot. I like her husband. And again, I mean, maybe it's just because I'm on a cock block until the end of the year. I've decided that I'm gonna put my dating life, my sexual life. I've deleted all the apps and I'm taking a little break between now and the end of the year. My thing is, it's like, if the universe wants me to find somebody, then somebody will break through and ask me out and, whatever. But I'm not actively pursuing anybody from now until the end of the year. So that's probably why I'm like ready to jump on Paul and ready to jump on Sean. But anyway, so Braunwyn is now saying that there is another person in her life. I can confirm it is a woman. It's relatively new. From what I believe, it heated up over the summer, when she was doing like hot girl summer. Look at me in my bikini. Look at me in my tan. Look at me in my beach. And we're like, yes, girl, you do you, hot girl summer. And everyone was like, ooh, I think their marriage is on the rocks. Well, I mean, when you have an open marriage, your marriage is kind of always going to be on the rocks because you need to have a really steady foundation of trust and just faith in the person that you're with, not necessarily faith in the relationship because you're like stepping out of the relationship. But anyway, so there is another woman in Bronwyn's life, and I'm pretty sure within the next few weeks, we'll probably get like some paparazzi pics. We'll get something. I'm pretty sure she's posted a picture of her in some of those hot girl summer photos. TBD on where that goes. But I mean, I feel like people think that their marriage is really weird. I don't think that it's that weird. I think that it's just open. I've been around a lot of open relationships. I've always been so fascinated and curious about them. I don't think I could ever be somebody that's in an open relationship. I just think like if I'm going to commit to somebody, I'm going to commit to only them and I can cut everybody else out. But I also understand that like, well, like what if your partner actually wants to be like seeing other people? But then I would be like, that's a psychological fuck something. Then I'm thinking that like I'm not enough for my partner. So that's why I think the dynamics of a non-monogamous committed relationship are weird and open marriages are weird for people. I do believe that monogamy is not natural for humans and that it takes a lot of work to actually make a relationship work. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not the best person to be judging relationships, TBH. But I feel like, so on last week's episode of Real Housewives of Orange County, we see Gina bringing up the text messages, which we then saw on air about, which I'll read the text messages from Sean to Gina about, this is where she alleges that Sean was trying to hit on her and welcome her into their relationship prior to them having this new girl in their relationship, this new woman, sorry. And so Sean's text message said, "Hi, Gina, just checking in just checking in, all is okay. Smiley face. Braunwyn is asleep and I got her to the condo first. Winky face. Anyway, have a good night. And it was great to spend some time with you. Smiley face. Oh, this is Sean. Probably should have started with that. Smiley face." So this is where it kind of gets a little weird because Gina's like, they wanted me to sleep with them. But like Braunwyn and Sean are not saying that they wanted to sleep with Gina. Gina's kind of just making that claim. And she's using this text message to kind of prove that like, this was their way. This was like, these are her receipts to prove that like they wanted to like, eat her out the way Brandy ate out Denise. And it's like, I don't know if this is anything necessarily incriminating, and I don't think she has a lot more details. And apparently the night that this all happened, Gina was really drunk, and so apparently Sean just like got her an Uber because she couldn't call her own Uber, and he like was helping her trying to get home. Now, I do agree that the smiley faces, and especially the winky face about how I got her to the condo first, winky face, like I feel like that, like there's something in there. I feel like there may have been like some undertones of flirting when they were all kind of hanging out together. Maybe Sean probably was flirting with Gina a little bit. Whether that means he wanted to have sex with Gina, I don't know. But I think the bigger thing is like I have a list of questions now that like I want to go down. Like, is their marriage open both ways? Is Braunwyn only allowed to sleep with women? Is Sean also allowed to date and sleep with other women? Or is it only together? Do they sleep with other women together? Has Sean met this new girlfriend? Have they had a full gangbang, choo-choo train? I don't know. I mean, obviously they're allowed to play separately, but do they also, like, is Sean allowed to play separately? We know Gina's allowed to play separate, or sorry, not Gina. We know Braunwyn's allowed to play separately, but I just want to know what the dynamics of this, like, I need a guidebook of, like, what the rules are, because normally when you have an open relationship, you have to have rules. And if so, like, why Gina? Like, of all people, like, he had better luck, trying to screw Brandi Glanville. I mean, Brandy doesn't have a show, so Brandy wouldn't have been able to talk about it anywhere. But he probably would have had a better chance having a good time with Brandy. And Brandy probably would have gone down with Braunwyn. I would love to interview Brandy and see if Brandy would actually have sex with Braunwyn, because I think that would be a really fun time for all three of them. And like, did they hit on Gina before? Is there been like a history of like explicit being like, we want you to come in bed with me, Gina? Or is this all Gina speculation and Gina just like trying to find a storyline this season? Because I can definitely see that too. And like, was Sean drunk and thinking like he could actually make a move on Gina and that it wasn't going to come up on the show and this would be like a secret, thing we don't talk about on camera? Like, I just have so many questions about the whole situation, and I just feel like of everybody, like, why Gina? Like, that's really my biggest question, is like, of everybody, like, why Gina? Like, not that Gina's ugly or anything. I'm not trying to say that Gina's unattractive at all, but I'm just like, Gina just doesn't. I guess I haven't watched enough Real Housewives of Orange County, but from what I've seen, Gina just doesn't seem like the one I would be inviting. Like, I would rather invite Emily in bed. Emily seems like she could be a great time. I don't know, but apparently we're going to see more of this play out on the show. TBD on where any of that goes. I am happy that Braunwyn is happy. I hope Sean is happy. I think it's really hard when you see your wife like dating another woman and it's not necessarily you, and I don't know what their relationship is. Apparently, Braunwyn says their relationship is great right now. I'm pretty sure it's great for her because, she's doing boom boom in the bedroom with the new girl, but I don't know what's going on with Sean. So I want to hear Sean's side of the story.